Welcome to Mantua, a hidden gem located between Route 50 and 236, just outside the Beltway in one of the highest ranking school pyramids. The attraction here is it's not cookie cutter. We're going to walk you through all the different styles, designs, and everything you'll find here within Mantua with these mature lots and amazing settings, including park access and trails throughout. Hi, I'm James Nellis. Welcome to Moving to Washington, D.C. Like and subscribe today. Inside the coveted community of Mantua in Fairfax, Virginia, people are attracted because of the school districts. That's right, the school pyramid as they call it. Mantua Elementary, Frost Middle School, and Woodson High School. You're just outside the Beltway between Route 50 and 236. That is the big attraction. It's the school districts of why people flock to Mantua. Harold is one of the best elementary schools within Fairfax County, and it's easy access right out your front door within the community. Just down Kirkwood, you'll run right into Mantua Elementary School. One of the advantages of having an elementary school within your own neighborhood is access and even recreation, especially on weekends. You can see we have our own sand lot going on. That's right, T-ball, Little League can all happen within the community. And so whether it's organized or unorganized, you can come out and enjoy the fields that are part of your property taxes here in Fairfax. At Mantua, the home of the raccoons, they've done a great job with inside and outside play, as well as picnic tables, not only right here, but throughout the area surrounding the school. So you can eat outside, you can enjoy it, and even the neighborhood can enjoy. You can hear the birds chirping on this spring day. Multiple parks within Mantua. We're at Eakin Park, where it has tennis, baseball. You even have the opportunity to play basketball, a tot lot, and a small pavilion. You are surrounded by nature. It's one of those rare communities where there's not a true HOA that has to cover all of this, because this is all Fairfax County parkland, but you get easy access as a resident. So in Mantua, the homes were built anywhere from the 50s to the 80s, and you'll even see some new construction where people have loved the community so much they want to stay in the community. So rather than just moving on to find a new home community, they love the lot size. You know, average lot size is closer to half an acre versus a typical community where you'll see a quarter of an acre. You're going to see the older ramblers on your right-hand side, two-level rambler. Even in that era, it was all brick all the way around, which is great. They definitely do not make them like that anymore. Traditional colonial with a front porch. You're going to see a variety of styles, and that's kind of the attraction to Mantua. It's not the cookie cutter, right? So many new communities, they've mowed down all the trees, and everything's gone. All the character's gone from the community, and all you see is 3 or 4 different elevations, by the way. That's real estate term for the different fronts of it. As a matter of fact, the brick doesn't go all the way around. If you have a brick elevation, it's just in the front. And you're seeing on the sides of these homes, wait a second, the brick goes perhaps on some of them all the way around, or at least from the side. And you'll see split foyers as we're passing now, colonial, split levels. There's just a big attraction to not being cookie cutter, yet still having all of the access and amenities. You know, it's a well planned out, well thought out area and community, even before there were those PUDs, those planned unit developments or quote unquote HOAs. So in Mantua, they have more of what they call like a civic association that you can be a part of. But you'll find people exercising throughout. Because it wasn't a true planned community, you don't have sidewalks everywhere. But that's okay. People naturally will ride their bike just like you see ahead of us. They're going to ride it on the streets because you don't really get that through traffic as they're coming through the community. There's bigger arteries and bigger roads that people can come through. You will see the culverts. See the culverts on the side of the road. You got to have somewhere to funnel all of the rain, right? All of the rainwater, where's it going to go? You'll see the culverts underneath the driveways with that construction of the concrete into the steel as it's flowing into some of these sewers that were put in, of course, by the county. You can see on the right-hand side. Now, be careful of corner lots. You know, in some areas, corner lots are perfect. People love corner lots. Let me show you one reason never to buy a corner lot. Take a look at that backyard. That's right. There is no backyard. That's what happens when you buy corner lots, typically in Northern Virginia. So if somebody's selling you a corner lot, go buy something else. You want some level of privacy. You want some level of a backyard. And with the majority of corner lots, you lose both of those things. Privacy, your own quiet retreat. Now we're going to drive you into one of the other big attractors to Mantua is their swim and tennis club. People want to be here. They want access because it is so close, right? And there is a waiting list. So home of the Marlins, that's right, Mantua, home of the Marlins, you have to make certain that what? That you have access to it, but also you have a membership. There is a waiting list. So if you are going to buy in Mantua, you need to make certain that when you purchase that home, that if they're part of this Mantua swim club, that you get that membership. Because if not, you yourself are going to live in Mantua and not even be able to use Mantua Swim and Tennis Club. Even without an association, you'll see that people take excellent care of their front yards. It's typically well maintained and manicured all throughout the different sections of Mantua. Now there is Mantua at large scale, and then even within Mantua there's smaller clusters. For instance, there's even largely a contemporary style. So you've seen a lot of the traditional split foyer, split level, colonial. They even have contemporary styles within Mantua. Again, that is one of the big attractors, that there's such a variety and no cookie cutters here in this community. And of course, they've got the speed bumps because people will go through quickly on their way to their destination. And of course, this fabulous spring weather, we brought this to you. Unlike some of our other community videos where it was raining on us, it's just gorgeous out today. I paid extra money for the birds to chirp, and don't worry, we'll probably see 1 or 2 deers. There are deer in the community. You'll even sometimes see foxes, so much so that there's another community we'll highlight that's called Red Fox Forest. Obviously, it's known for the foxes that come through. And then on Barkley, we're going to actually show you how close this is to Route 50 as we go over Eakins Community Park, which is still part of Mantua, and circle back down. You see people get out at the park. They'll use this for their own entertainment as well as exercise. You'll always see people running and jogging and leveraging this park. It's a large section. It actually has a connection back to Accotink, which is part of Accotink Park in Springfield through a river tributary. Now, solar panels, you see that on that home. You're not going to, in the next door neighbor, you do not see a lot of solar panels in Northern Virginia. You're going to see them in Maryland. A lot of times they're on a 15-year or 20-year lease. Usually people don't pay for them up front. They just do it as a lease. You rarely see them in Virginia. Yeah, people can do it, but they typically don't do it. I can tell you this. If you're going to own the home for a long ownership, 15 to 20 years, sure, go ahead and do it. But if you're thinking about an immediate sale within the next 3 to 5 years, you do not want to do it. Because whenever someone's buying a home and they see that there's a lease for the next 10, 15, 20 years, they don't want it. So if somebody knocks on your door and says solar panels, or if you're moving to the area and it has solar panels on it, highly recommend not buying it unless you know you're there way through the next 15, 20 years. When driving through Mantua, in addition to the traditional, even provincial colonial, you have the contemporary style homes. Typically, you see this on the West Coast. It's fun that Mantua is such a comprehensive community that you can get all the different styles that attract people to living in this coveted community. You'll see that the contemporary is noted by the slanting roof lines, the open vaulted ceilings. In addition, a lot of times it has a different exterior. They're typically not going to be all brick. It is a fun throwback. A lot of people who come from the West Coast love living in this adaptation within Mantua. Trails, that's right, trails that run throughout Fairfax County that are part of the Lake Accotink trail line, and you'll see they're paved, unpaved. Within Mantua, you have the Sally Ormsby Park. That's what we're walking on right now. It is amazing to be able to live within a community where you have access to trails like this for exercise, recreation, biking, cycling, anything you can imagine to really go out and enjoy weather like this.